Hello people from YouTube. Let's paint a beautiful lake, a pretty pink lake. Let's spread some lemon yellow. This is lemon yellow. I'm focusing kind of on the middle of the canvas. You can see like two kind of oval shapes, one on the bottom and one on the top. Okay, I'm surrounding this with some this is cadmium red, a bit of cadmium red. We're going to get a pretty shiny painting with these combinations. Remember, pretty shiny. Okay, I'm softening the edges a little bit, but be careful with our yellow, okay? We want to be very careful when we drag some of that red onto the yellow. We don't want to kill it entirely. We need it. Okay, a little bit of more blending, softening, and pulling some of that red to the right, but not entirely. Okay, I'm gonna use another red on the other side, which is this color is geranium. If you can't find it, you can use magenta, kind of on the same realm, just slightly different, but both are pretty. Okay, soften it a little bit. Let's blend them together. Here the stripes of red. We're going to have one side super kind of warm and the other pretty cool. Okay, we have a warm red on the left and warm and a cold red on the right. Okay, going to look pretty cool. I'm dragging a little bit of dark red color on the yellow. Start building these clouds, super far away clouds, so they're kind of blurry, kind of melting into that yellow. Okay, keep softening, and try to paint sort of a mirror image on the bottom. Okay, but you don't have to nail it exactly the same. It's kind of about the volume of color. We need to have kind of the same volume of color on the top and on the bottom. Okay, be careful with the softening because remember we need that yellow. We don't want to kill it entirely. This is a pretty paint, pretty easy. Just takes a little bit of time. You don't worry, you have to build it little by little. Don't worry, it will come together eventually. You just have to have a little bit of patience. Pull some stripes, some lines of those colors into the yellow, but don't kill it. Be very careful, please, with the yellow. We need it. Little bit of more red. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm drawing here and some more cloudy shapes, lines of clouds, very far away. And this is titanium white, drawing the sun, kind of a circular shape, but it's broken in some parts, as you can see, because the clouds are going to be over it. Okay, going to be covering some of the parts of the sun. Very cool. Keep building your clouds. Remember that you don't have to have these exact shapes. Play around with them, just be careful to not kill the yellow beneath. Okay, let me spread a little bit more shine here. Not that much. Very cool. If you see something that is super harsh in color and you don't like it, you can soften it with a clean brush. Clean, dry brush, please. Pretty cool. This is just titanium white. I'm starting to kind of shape some highlights on the perimeters of these clouds above. Okay, I'm softening them after, but this is just to kind of define the shapes where they are going to be. Be careful with the white because we can kill the vibrancy of these colors pretty fast. Okay, but it's pretty easy. Pretty easy. We're going to soften this, remember. Pretty cool. Keep building back and forth. Let me lighten this part a little bit more. Okay, shapes are coming along. Coming together. This is kind of another technique you need to know. Sometimes you need to apply your paint with one brush and kind of retouch it with other brush. This is what I'm doing here. I'm applying this titanium white to the clouds, but I'm softening them with a different brush, okay? Different brush. Nice. If you like the results that you're having with this brush, you can keep them, but I'm going to use a 1-inch brush to soften them a little bit more. Okay, this is violet. You can use violet or purple. I'm going to darken this part a little bit. You can use blue if you want, but I don't want to use blue in this painting, so it's up to you. Remember, to darken you need to use a dark blue. You can use like cerulean. Okay, you will need to use a cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, some of those. Okay, this is a bit of black mixed with the violet. I'm starting to paint this kind of horizon line, and at the same time trying to build the reflections that are going to be on the water. Just look how it's a pretty irregular terrain back there, but very well defined, and the same is happening with the reflections. I'm just using a little bit less paint scattered around on the water, okay? This is not the same amount as on the trees. Okay, this is a little bit of a violet, and I'm darkening these parts of the water. I'm shading the water a little bit, some spots. Not all the water is going to be super dark, okay? The same on these parts. I don't know if you remember some of our other paintings. We are darkening and shadowing our clouds too, to give them more 3D shape, with more of a 3D shape, okay? That way we'll have the light, the midtones, and the shadows. Remember, this is violet, okay? Making the shadows with violet. Just pulling very softly some of the reflection to give the idea that they are kind of broken on the water surface. And this is our instant water trick. With the edge of your palette knife, just draw these lines of paint, okay? Remember to break those blacks that are on the water. That helps a lot to build the illusion of water, okay? The watery surface. Pretty easy, pretty easy. You can add as much or as few as you want, okay? Of these lines. I'm softening here a little bit of this because it started to look pretty shiny on this part that I want a little bit darker. Pretty cool. The same, adding some more lines. I'm not going to have a kind of ground, a foreground, only kind of a tree that is appearing, okay? So we're probably super close to the shoreline of this ground. That's why we can see it. And I'm going to draw a tree without leaves, okay? Only the branches, because I want to see that background. That background and the lake, in fact, are in this case our main subject. That's why I don't want to kill it. I'm just going to add this to add another layer of layer of space. Pretty cool. You don't want the tree, you don't have to put it, okay? Just leave it out. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Remember to paint this tree. I'm using diluted paint with solvent to make the paint flow over the layers that we already have there. Super fine branches and twigs. Keep building as much as you want. Remember that you don't have to have this exact tree, okay? Little by little, little by little. Looking cool, looking cool. Yeah, that's it. Pretty nice. Now I'm just going to add some more shadowing here under these shine lights, okay? Under these lines of white, I'm going to add a little bit of shadowing. That's going to give a shape kind of to the wave of the water. Pretty nice painting. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and give it a like. And I'll see you on the next time.